another session of Survivors of Flame. This is session 6, titled The Sit Down. Thank you so much for coming today. I have lost the ability to have words. Okay, if you don't know, Survivors of Flame is a 5e Dungeons and Dragons actual play show coming to you live on Twitch and YouTube every other Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time. I'm Gio, he, they, and I am your dungeon master. Let's go around and do introductions. Let's start with AK as per usual.
Hi, I'm AK Mumin. I play Fairuz Haddad, also known as Faye, they, them, Warlock.
So we're not on Twitch today because that's on me because I had to change my password. But we're on YouTube. We'll sort it out in a second. Continue, AK.
And I think I introduced everything by myself. Hi, how are you? All right.
And I guess my turn. So hi everybody. I am back. My name is Michelle. I'm playing Luna Lembra. They, them, Kalistar. Luna is a paladin. And yeah, I think that's it for me.
I'm Brad, playing Yodar the Hermit, he, him, and Warrior Monk.
Warrior Monk.
And for our crew, we have AK as our assistant director, and we have Raul as our technical director. And our character artist is Pix Doodles at Pixdraws on Twitter. I actually just a sneak peek. I recently made a preliminary question to our character artist about some character art that I need to have made for a notable NPC. But when that's ready, depending on how long it takes for us to get there, I'll be able to display that. I will say thank you so much for coming again. You can go to streamelements.com/MediaMartyr17/tip. That should still be working. I made some changes because of Twitch stuff, so I have to get some technical stuff for that. But while I do that, Brad, go ahead and give us the recap.
Okay, to everyone listening at home, because that's where you have to listen to us at. Just as from the last entry here, our cadet, as Stephen King would call us, has run into the Viscount, trying to steal his carriage, Yodar and Jazz, that is. Caught in lie after lie after lie, we are about to be drug off to jail when Yodar has the brilliant plan of just making the Viscount's life overly difficult. And basically destroys his carriage in a swift kick. From that, Jazz, who's not with us today, he didn't die or anything, he's just not here, pulled out his gun and stuck it in the Viscount's face. And then Faye put on some magic armor and almost scared the piss out of him. As Luna was looking, going, hey, nobody had to die today. And that's kind of where we left off. And now we're headed to the birthday party and into the house to talk it out with the Viscount.
And eat some cake.
And drink cool margaritas.
So we begin, sorry, my brain is frayed. I got hit in the sledgehammer because I messed up. That's fully on me. All right, yeah. We're gonna start today's session of Survivors of Flame. Woo! Applause! Yeah.
Excited.
Woo! All right, so we are still in the moment where we left off. Gonna actually move a little bit backwards. There was some deliberation, as we know, at the end of talking about how to approach this conversation. Go ahead and take a second to, if there's anything else you want to add, I want to make sure everybody's on the same page before you all go in. Feel free to
I would
have
just ask
that
Michelle if they
conversation.
had a chance to, or Luna, if they had a chance to watch the last
Yeah,
episode.
yeah, I did. Oh, my bad. Oh, I thought I was muted. No, yes, I did. I did. But for some reason, I just went into a blank right now, and I was trying to remember.
Did I do
Um,
that?
yeah, I'm so sorry. I was just about to say something, and then it came out. Okay. Um, so to me, we were talking about. I guess could y'all just really
Yeah.
quickly
So
remind
at
me?
the end there, we were on our way to the house, and because the Viscount had Audric had taken the Viscount inside of the house, and so we're just standing out there, kind of like deliberating before. And I had suggested that this is one of the very few chances that we have to kind of that we definitely have leverage considering the battle that just happened. I won't call it a battle, more of perform intimidation theater. And so I suggested that we should maybe before we walk in, while they calm down the Viscount, we come up with a game plan together on how to actually approach him, so we don't have another Darkling situation or an inappropriate gentleman situation again on our hands. And I also kind of suggested, and I was hoping Jazz would be here today for this conversation, but I guess it would have to be put on pause. If we come up with a name for our group, so we could come across as a united front in front of the Viscount. My angle was that you do us a solid, and we can kind of reset and restart. Like no grime, no dirt on us, and we can kind of go along in whatever we're doing, if we're staying in town or leaving, in the graces of the Viscount. And he can come across, we can sell him on the idea that he can come across as a person who brought 4 very capable and powerful people to help him reign in the town, or like, I guess, bring the peace and discover what happened, maybe even at the place. But because he's a person who's very surface level, as we've all seen, as you've seen, Luna, when we talk to him inside of the house, he's very superficial. He gets hurt by someone dissing his dress. So he will not want to seem like a person who was almost crying in front of the 4 of us. And if a rumor comes out that he was about to cry and piss himself, he would
Oh,
rather avoid that.
I
That man
remember.
was
I remember
embarrassed.
now. We were talking. I remember. We're talking. We should have this on paper. I need to have a contract with this. Like, there has to be some sort of um, documentation of this, of them like letting us go, like scot free,
Yeah.
because I don't want to get, you know, later on be like, oh, JK,
And also,
this was it was only to let you go for a little bit and to get
also
back.
speaking of documentation, we also were talking about documentation for Audric and his family to be left alone.
Yes,
Right.
that too.
What's
That
super
too.
important to me
Yeah.
is that he never comes near this farm
Mhm.
ever again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was remembering the documentation from that. And also was wondering if the Viscount would do something about the Darkling too. Like, since we couldn't do shit, maybe their people can do something to get some sort of information from them. Um, or we could do something with their help. Um, but I
Let's have a
agree.
discussion and see how it goes.
Yeah.
All we can do.
Do
What
we think we
else?
have a game plan right now to walk in? Like, do we want to just run through what our priority
I
objective?
think we know the priority is one, the farm, and then two, basically tit for tat.
We walk free, you get to keep your reputation. And
And you
I
give
don't
us
know.
information about the Darkling.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Information about the Darkling. I don't know if y'all care about this, but maybe we could like
Make a name for ourselves.
yeah, becoming the employee of a Viscount, get paid handsomely, possibly, for I don't know, helping out.
Yeah.
In some way. I mean, there was an explosion in town. We've shown that we are capable people who can take
Mhm.
out a high-ranking official. So they probably use our help if we care with what happened in town, instead of us going around and lugging stones for money.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounded kind of sucky.
I might just do it either way in case I get to meet anybody who works there and then get some information in the town.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
So maybe like at least one of us could do it, and I don't mind being the one taking it for the team to see if I can find anything.
I'm sorry, I already have a job. I'm not looking to get into some physical labor. I apologize.
Yeah.
I
No, you're
like y'all a lot, but I'm not looking to
no.
switch.
That's why. Like, I mean, I'm good. We could be special forces.
Also, I'd be genuine. If we get paid enough, I'd be happy to leave the
Quit
service
your job.
industry for good.
Yeah.
I'm not looking to deal with any more giants, goblins, any of the random people that walk in and want to get free stuff.
Like me and Jazz.
Hey, it's been fortuitous, but it's not always. Doesn't always work out that way. All right, I think
I think we're good.
we have
Yeah.
our game plan.
Yes.
Now we do One Piece Oblong Park into the house. No one is what?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah,
Okay. All right.
I'll send you all the video. I'll send you all the video for Oblong Park.
So when y'all walk in, all right. So when y'all walk in, you immediately, who goes in first? Actually,
I say Faye.
I opened
Faye-
it.
okay.
It's either Faye or Jazz because that's just their personalities. So
I feel like
Alright.
I'll open the door for
I'd probably be the
everyone.
last one to go in.
I'll open the door to let everyone in. And
And then
I-
Jazz
Okay.
be the first one.
I'd say Jazz be the first one in, then I'd be following Jazz.
All right.
then me and Luna will
Um,
walk together.
All right. Yeah. So as soon as the door opens, you hear like a, "I'm so sorry. I don't know why we."
It's just embarrassing.
And like you can see Audric like kind of like holding holding the Viscount. Viscount Black Agron,
Oh my
spoiled brat that he is. And it's like the Viscount, yeah, they're like, he's like, it's all right. And the Viscount's like, I just don't understand. It's all this time, my father, why did we ever fight? What do I have to prove? I'm born rich. What do I have to prove?
I whispered to Faye, I think we broke him.
I think we need to calm him down before we can get to any conversation. Luna, you were really good at calming me down when I was about to lose
I
my
was about to start talking to the Viscount.
Yeah, could you please?
Yes. So the Viscount's just holding on to Audric.
Yeah, like just like neck kind of just like on the shoulder blade. It's like
Mhm. Okay, so Luna approaches very cautiously, tries to find some sort of like napkin or something to help him, kind of like, here you go, and gives them like some tissues or something, and like apologizes and says, I'm really sorry it had to come to this. Things just happened really quickly and we didn't know what to do. I really hope you can find it in your in yourself to have a conversation with us. Like, I know it's going to be pretty hard to pretend like this never happened, because it did. And your feelings are valid. It's okay to be scared. You don't always have to act like you are tough. It's okay to cry and to be scared about things. Um, but we learn from these experiences, and hopefully we can get uh to better start, to have a conversation about how we can work together so we can help your town, um, and we can use our skills to help you, so that other bad people like this Darkling who attacked us and had some sort of intent to attack you as well yesterday, um, and we can work together so we can stop whoever hired him or whatever his motive is, and we can find the answer to, anything that bad that could happen. So is are you is that okay? Are you good so that we can have a conversation on how we can make a deal about this? And I will make sure nothing happens to you, sir. It's gonna be okay. I mean, let me subtract that. I'll make sure that I don't do anything to you specifically. I cannot promise anything for my my friends here. As you can see, um, it'd be best not to rattle them. So, I'll
I know.
do my best. I will do my best. I can promise you this. I will do my best to help communicate things without there being any violence. Are you okay with that?
Like as you're talking, there was like an understanding, and then like at the end, just got a bit confused. Like just like a little bit of confusion in his face,
Oh, I'm
and
so
like
sorry.
he likes this, and like wipes the tears. He goes, "Okay, okay, I am the Viscount. I am under my own power.
Just take a deep
Solutions,
breath.
solutions." Make a
Okay,
persuasion
breathe
check.
in, breathe in.
Luna persuasion check.
down.
Yeah, Luna, make a persuasion check for me.
Persuasion check. Okay. Where's persuasion?
It's like down there near
Yeah,
religion.
I got it.
Yeah, they're in alphabetical order.
I know, mamis. I got an 8.
8.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck.
Okay.
Can I get advantage because he's in
No.
distress? Damn it.
No.
No advantage
We'll
for
see
you.
how the 8 plays out at the beginning of this conversation. Okay. 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 All right. Please, everyone sit down. Bebe gets up. I'll make tea for it. Tea, anybody? I think we all need
I'll take some
something.
Tea, please.
Tea.
Just
A little bit of
yeah.
milk, please.
A little bit of brandy too, if you have it.
I'll just have regular tea, please.
I'll just have a
Okay.
little bit of milk, a splash of milk in mine.
Bebet does like a small like squint at the mention of brandy, but does not. And like you come back. Anyway, she goes to start making the tea. Jazz makes it known that he's gonna back y'all up, but he's gonna keep a close eye on the situation from like a different vantage point. Paying attention to like the Darkling who's like tied to like a chair in the corner, like one of those like, I don't know what they're called, but like a couch kind of chair, but it's just like for one person. I don't know terms, but it's just the Darkling is like the usual tied up, but then like additional rope tied
Like a
to the
love seat?
chair.
Like a
Kinda
love
like a
seat.
love
I was
seat?
about to
I
Yeah.
think it's a love seat. I don't know.
It's not. It's
But yeah,
one of
that's just
those
like in the corner. Oh
with big
yeah.
chairs with like 2 pieces of cloth on it. You know, in anime, you'll ever see those? Like,
We
they look
are
like a
missing the
lawn chair.
point. We are missing the
He is
point.
tied up to a chair
Yeah.
in the corner.
Yeah, and then what was his name? Jiminy. Jiminy
Jiminy
is
ran
like
away.
Jiminy did run away. Thank you. Yeah, Jiminy ran away. So it's just the Viscount here. And there's a broken
You can
carriage
grab the
outside.
outhouse.
Yeah. And Charisse is in the kitchen, putting up the items that she procured for the party.
Sorry, the Viscount is sitting on a table, right?
What happened?
Dining table? Is
Yeah,
the
y'all are
Viscount-
at like the table, at like the
Sit
table
down.
that's like just shy of the kitchen. So like you can still see Babette and Charisse
Mhm.
when they go to the kitchen. Yeah, and so Audric and basically it's Audric and the Viscount on one side.
I will go sit across from them on the table.
Okay, yeah, that's basically wherever y'all sit at the table, either other side or on the sides themselves.
I'm gonna sit at the head of the table.
Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and have you start the negotiations. Or whatever this conversation is. I want to know the truth. What happened? I need to know.
I mean, before this, before we get into this, you've seen our abilities, you've seen what we're capable of doing. The process of this, I would like, we would like some guarantees on certain things, and would be happy to share information and be able to work with each other, but we would like a proclamation of certain guarantees before we move forward, your lordship.
What? Okay. What guarantees?
We're not
Uh,
going to jail.
there
I
is
think
a
that point has
certain
been proven.
amount of, what's the word from Lethal Weapon? Executive immunity, diplomatic immunity.
If I'm supposed to do my job correctly, depending on what happened in this situation, and points to the darkling in the corner tied up, it may not be my jurisdiction to prevent, like, to keep certain charges from happening, regardless of if I personally charge them myself, because I do have a duty to report certain goings on in the town if they become of a national concern.
We have a way of helping you out with how to maybe the way you construct this missive, if you have to propose it at a bigger national or whatever level, would be able to help you keep some embarrassment in containment. Not lie about anything, just keep certain really obviously embarrassing and demeaning aspects of this encounter not necessarily be deemed of importance to public record. You know what I'm saying?
Are you talking about me crying?
I mean,
More than that, you almost pissed yourself.
I don't see why that would have to be in the report in the first place.
It'll be pretty easy for things to spread around a town as discombobulated as this one. And from here, after the multitude of events that have happened, as you, the person who has been somewhat a part of the leadership positions in this town, it wouldn't look good after everything that's been going down.
And me and Jazz certainly love making good songs to sing.
But
True,
I
they
thought
have
we
one
were,
hand.
and like he starts to, like, his eyes boil up again. I thought you were talking about certain assurances, and now you're threatening to embarrass me, and in
Okay,
front of the.
let's
I don't.
let's see,
And like
Mr.
Audric,
Viscount.
you can see Audric's a bit like concerned in this moment about the direction this is going as well.
Okay, Mr. Viscount. We just have a few things that we'd like you to consider, and hopefully you can agree to them. That if this plays out like, if, let me bring my thoughts back. We don't want anybody here to start crying, get embarrassed again, because we know that you know, you're a very important person in this town, and we can't even imagine what would happen if people, found out that you don't have the power that you claim to act on. Not to be rude to you, sir, but I mean, what if other people tried to attack you? Like, what would you do then? Wouldn't it be best if you had people like us protecting the town and protecting that power so
I
that
am
you can get
very
things done?
confused.
Gio, this is out of the game for a second, but
Yeah.
specifically the question I was answering was the question he said when he said there are certain things that I by law have to report. And
Yeah.
I was saying that we
And
can
you threatened, and yeah, you
Yes,
said there's,
yes.
because you're talking about we can shape the narrative about what happened, but then you said, and we can leave out parts that embarrass. And he said, this doesn't have, like, I don't understand why this has to be, why me crying has to even be in my report.
It's to make it very clear that we don't want our names to be implicated in the report. Like,
But that's
so
not what you
I
said.
say to him then that the only thing we're saying we're going to do is that in the report, instead of saying that there's been a confrontation at the barn between some people that you didn't understand why they were there and why they had captured the Darkling, that we were essentially just working on your command in capturing said Darkling. That's the wording I was implying to, sir.
Yeah, implications are different. I think I understand what you're saying, Faye. Luna, so you're saying, are you now offering your services?
So we together decided that we have a few things that we'd like to ask you to help us with as well. Like,
Okay.
So we are here trying to figure out what's going on. Like, what's with this Darkling? Why are they after us? Why are they after you and the town? And that is why Faye wanted you to grant us um, immunity to doing these things, or to have it under documentation that we work under you, so that we can freely investigate what has been going on. And that way we could share information with you as well. Um, I think you can see how we have some skills and some abilities that we could use to your advantage as well, to give you some of this information, that because right now you don't, like, sadly, because of what happened, you lost a lot of forces, and I'm pretty sure that you need as much help as you can get. And I'm really sorry we started the wrong foot with all of this, but I think that right now we could work together, and get as much information as we can and help out. We discussed all of this. And we decided that if you could, make some space to help you and become like a, I don't know, like a special forces specifically, to find out, like, maybe even investigate what happened at the what was it called, the thing that we're sorry, this is not what Luna's saying.
The town hall.
Yeah, what happened at the town hall, and to help out, because we know that the town needs it, we know you need it, and I'm pretty sure people would feel a lot more, like, secure if they found out that whoever did that, is being investigated. Don't you think?
Let's take this a step at a time. What is the first thing you're saying? You're saying a lot of things at once, and we need to take this step by step. It has been a very trying afternoon, and if we are to come to some kind of agreement, we need to take this a step at a time. What is the first thing I need is to know what happened. But if you're saying the first thing you need is
Assurances.
immunity from prosecution,
Specifically clemency, yes.
um, I can't say carte blanche. I can't. That's not how. Yeah, none of you are natives, are you? That's not how legally how Etrurian law works. If justice needs to be done, justice takes precedence over the immunity of a viscount. If it is an issue of a threat to Etruria as a whole or to this region, it is whatever immunity that I could say for Taurine and the farmlands, Fennel and Braden and those surrounding areas, I couldn't necessarily give immunity if later on it became something connected to Taurine or to this situation got into became known by the Etrurian military or by a knight of the Order of Trigva. Those type of situations I do not have in my power to give you immunity, clemency from. What I will say,
what power do you
what
have?
I can guarantee, I could promise is if you are honest with me, then whatever we decide needs to be the next step, it will not be your persecution or me calling for your head, or putting any sort of bounty or danger onto you. If you, in fact, I will even throw in, if the event of any of you decide to join an adventurers guild over in Interhaven, which is the nearest office is in Interhaven. If you decide to join the guild separately or as a group of individuals, I can write a letter of recommendation if the situation that has happened here with the Darkling has helped to secure my life or to secure the life of someone in the town. I can write a letter showing this as a completion of a preliminary quest for me, which would, given my my status, would be a notable letter of recommendation for entry into the guild.
Okay. So we're going to be honest, and this is what happened. Do we agree that we're going to say things as they happened?
Jess looks to Yoder.
I guess we're gonna have to trust each other.
And you, Mr. Viscount, you just said so, and you promised that, you know, you're going to take all of our words and you're going to consider everything we're saying. But just in case, and Luna like takes out a paper and has the Viscount write down, asks the Viscount to write what he said just now and sign it before Luna decides to say anything, and asks like, you said under your name that, like, everything he said, and then sign this paper saying that as what we said, you know, this is you're gonna listen to us, and then you're not going to prosecute and like everything that he had said. And until then we will be honest and say everything that happens since we encountered this this darkling.
Okay. I will need a quill and ink.
I'm pretty sure Luna has some.
Yeah,
Um,
100%.
yeah, Luna definitely has some. So Luna hands him, hands him.
Yeah, okay. And he I'm gonna make a roll.
Is he trying to deceive me? Can Luna see if if the Viscount, like, can I roll to see if the how, like, if he's trying to
Are you
deceive
trying
me?
to are you trying to see if you believe him?
Yeah.
Okay, because you don't know what this roll was.
Mm.
But you can certainly make an insight check. Does anybody else want to make an insight check in this moment?
I want to make an insight check.
Okay. And tell me the
Oh
result.
fuck. 12.
Where is that?
14.
14. The
No,
skills are
there it is.
in
There it is.
alphabetical order.
19.
You all can tell that he is telling the truth in this moment. However, before signing, he does have a second of hesitation. But that's wait, did somebody get a 19?
I got a 19.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yodar got
Yodar, you
19.
can tell there's something going through his head about um uh a specific element. He's yeah, he has a little bit of hesitation, and it's like he realized something about like signing this legally. Because and he will say, a moment. One condition is that you tell the truth. I will need to the best of my abilities, ensure that you are telling the truth. Um, I'm going just so everyone knows, and like puts hands up at like to make sure Jazz knows damn well that he's got his hands up. I'm going to reach into my pocket to grab um, an item that we use um, in some questionings to try to ensure that this conversation is an area
Truthful.
of truth, a zone in which we can ensure that Trigva's truth and justice reign. And he slowly pulls from his pocket a what does this thing look like? It's kind of like
Like a crystal.
a yeah. So like there's like a little like kind of looks like the D4 actually. Looks like a D4, and it's a bit like it's not purple sadly, but it's like sort of like a glass pyramid, with tiny specks of I actually have something closer to, don't worry about it. Yeah, but like tiny specks of like red and gray in it, and there's like a symbol of like a small symbol of a hammer on it. Um, eh, is anyone proficient in religion?
I where do you check proficiencies?
Mhm.
No.
Or just like in your skills, it'll have the dot that shows that you're proficient or not.
Oh, I am.
You are.
Mhm.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
me too.
Yodar, especially being from where Yodar hails, you would know fully that this symbol is the symbol of Trigva. Trigva, the unbound, the like god of justice, the like the high god that's like most worshipped in Etroria. A lot of Etroria's values are connected to this god of truth and justice and war. Um, Not in the same way as Solaris. Solaris's connection to their god. What is the name of their god? To in connection to like Rondoran, but there's still some strong ties, especially in the connection of religion and history to nobility and the empire of Etrurian Empire. Yeah. So he puts the he puts his thumb to the hammer, and a like small, like as his thumb removes, I'm making this up as I go along. As his thumb removes, the symbol glows, and he puts this thing down. I need all of you, let's see, to make charisma saving throws. Yeah, this is a spell has been cast through this item to create a zone of truth. The zone of truth spell is happening.
Okay, I got a 19.
19. Okay.
I got a 7.
7.
Got a 10.
10. Okay, 7 and 10 fail with the DC 12. So the two of you cannot speak a deliberate lie while in the radius. And Luna, you got a 19, so you do save against the spell. To which he notes, Luna, I noticed you have a bit of resistance to an effect to the effects of this. Could it be in connection to your relationship to Elune?
Does that mean moon? To a loon? Does Luna know what this is?
Do you know what this is? Have you ever heard of this ever in your memory? No.
Probably not.
And how
no.
do you respond to that?
I'm not quite sure what that means.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just assumed with your necklace, I
It sounds like
recognized it as a.
moon. It sounds. Oh wait, I'm sorry. What? You
Oh,
recognize my necklace?
I recognize. Yeah, I recognize your pendant. I just assumed that you were a worship that you worshipped Elune, the night mistress. I just assumed.
Okay, Luna just kind of tries not to show that they're having a little mini panic attack.
Yeah.
Oh, gets like a little
Yeah.
bit. It's not panic, more like excited / being nervous. Just everything kind of courses through their mind.
Can anyone notice this?
I mean, what?
Can I I'm asking if I can insight, but like in a role play way.
Okay, yeah. So insight versus. Are you trying to hide the fact that you were a bit confused, Luna, or a bit flustered in this moment?
Yeah.
Okay, deception. So it's gonna be contested deception and
Don't worry, probably fail.
and insight.
I'm even rolling well. So you're fine.
Do I have to roll something?
No, you're fine.
Yeah, you're gonna
I
roll
rolled a 3.
deception, Luna.
You're fine. I rolled a 3.
I mean, who knows? I might roll a nat
Who knows?
one.
It could be a nat one. Yeah.
I know you've been rolling real well. So
So I rolled deception, right? Regular deception?
Yeah, just deception.
Oh no, I rolled a 12.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you can't. Faye, you cannot tell. I'm gonna roll for
Yeah.
Jazz, just cause.
Yeah, because Jazz is always very excited too. Well,
Yeah,
like not
I know what
excited.
Jazz rolled. I know what Jazz rolled.
Does
But Jazz is not gonna say anything about it.
does he know? Does he notice though, or are we?
Okay, yeah. So for I think Yodar can tell that Jazz clocked something. But Jazz is not. But you can all Yodar can very easily tell that Jazz is not going to not gonna
push
press
on?
it in this moment.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Push on it.
Okay. An effect creature is where the spell and does. Yeah. Okay. So for Faye and Yodar, the two of you are aware that you've been affected by the zone of truth. You can't speak a deliberate lie, However, you can like avoid answering questions, or like, be clever about the way you answer it to make sure that you are telling the truth.
Or are you about to be asked questions? This is to
You
the
are
DM.
about to be asked
Okay.
questions. Yeah, and like Luna gets to respond like normal, and yeah, and the Viscount is aware of what's happened here as far as like truth and stuff. I actually have to roll for Audric.
I want
Audric is affected by the zone of truth.
to do something a little petty, but I don't know if the rest will.
What do you want to do?
Are you sure? I mean, you want to think about it some more?
No, it's a pretty simple thing. It doesn't affect the
Do
conversation.
it. Do
It
it.
won't
do
affect the
it.
Okay. Faye gets up and goes to the kitchen.
Okay.
Just fucking go.
Okay. Okay.
It's me and Yoda.
I guess
it's
we'll.
Yodar.
I guess we'll wait for when you come back.
No, it's okay. I'm gonna help them in the kitchen.
I'm here.
I will not sign this contract until you return.
I come back to the table and stand and wait for him to sign the contract, and then I'm gonna go to the kitchen.
Does
So,
does the Viscount know that
I'm
Faye's
not
going
gonna
to do
stand
that?
there. I'm not gonna like look angry or grimace or anything. I'm gonna.
This is just to the DM. We're pains in the ass, aren't we?
Let's contest. Yes. Let's
No,
contest.
come
We're
back.
gonna contest and see if, because I don't want to use meta knowledge because you did just tell me your intention. I want to, so I'm gonna roll. Let's roll and see if.
Oh, I've been rolling bad. So what am I rolling?
Yeah, let's roll and see contested if the Viscount can tell you're like that you're intentionally being petty in this moment.
Am I rolling performance, perception, persuasion?
Yours is gonna be deception because you're lying.
Oh, I guess. Okay. I mean, it's more of a performance. Like I'm like,
Getting
okay.
up and leaving.
Yeah, I'm not like trying to be like lying to him.
Fuck it, I'm out.
I get it. I get it.
Okay.
But all of them,
Yeah,
It's an
I'm still gonna stick with deception.
it's an 8.
What did you say you got?
It's an 8. I've been rolling real
He got
bad.
a 6, so he can't tell. Okay, very well. And he signs the contract and puts the quill down. Okay.
I'm
now
going to
we
grab the
can-
contract so he can't
Mhm.
rip that up, and I'm going to give it to Luna.
Okay. And
Very
then
well.
Luna's going to like I guess roll it up and then put it in their stuff, like in their little cloak. All right.
Very
So
well. Okay, so my first question is, who is this darkling? I've only read about darklings. Who is this? Do you know the person's name?
okay.
Who's this question directed to?
All of you.
All of us.
Okay. So I thought
Yeah,
you
the
wanted to
contract recommendation.
hear everything so far. Do you want to just start with questions, or do you want us to tell you what happened and then have questions? So you kind of
Let's start with the question I just asked you.
Okay.
Do you know this
We
person's
really-
name? Who is
We
this?
do not know this person's name. They have been very stubborn to tell us anything about themselves. But we know that he's a darkling. And we know a little bit about like what he can do because Yodar knows about darklings.
Yodar, yeah, tell me what you know about darklings.
What I know about this particular darkling is we met him at an inn, and he was trying to get into your room.
Did you see him did you see him attempting to get into my room?
He was attempting to, I guess you could say, pay his way in. He was trying to pay Faye to have that room, which you already occupied, which was weird.
Was this through Faye went back to the. Faye, come back. Faye, I have a question. I need
I lean
I
over
need the truth from all of you.
I'm
I
sorry,
need the
I'm
truth
trying
from
to
all
make
of
a
you.
really big cake because the guest list has grown exponentially. Yes, sir?
Bebet says, "Oh no, sweetheart, I've got the cake. I've got the cake. You're not touching my cake or my bonbon.
Can we
Go
stop?
go handle the business so that nobody gets hurt, so that the
I
twins can
roll-
have a good birthday."
DM, did we
Roll
ever
one.
receive our tea?
Yes.
Did
It's just normal tea.
it have bourbon in it?
It's normal tea.
Okay.
I roll around the counter. I take a turn around the counter. Yes, sir.
So are you?
I'm
are
not
you-
upset. I'm genuinely not upset. Like my character, like Faye is not upset. They're
Yeah,
just,
no,
You're
you're
just
good.
being
I'm just
very
trying to figure
petty.
out
They're
like, how
just-
close are you
the
to
only
the
thing
table?
is like they are just
Yeah,
they
no, you're
don't
good.
like the spell that was cast on them. Like it's just what they're not about to be like be forced to speak. But
No, you don't have to tell me. I understand. The Viscount doesn't.
oh, I was just worried if like this
Yeah.
thing of like everyone has to like. But yeah, no,
Oh, you're all right. So, how close are you to this fucking table?
So like you said that the dining table is overlooking, like it's by the kitchen, so it can see.
Yeah, it's like by the kitchen.
Yeah, I assume there's like a prep table. So Faye walks around the prep table and comes around to the dining table or the counter where they're prepping. I don't know why I'm thinking of a little more modern.
Yeah, no, this is like
I live in
not
20.
that fancy of a house.
Okay.
So
It's an open
there's no
kitchen.
there's no island. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just an open kitchen. So
Yeah.
Faye just like literally turns around from the kitchen and is at the edge of the table where the Viscount is sitting, so he can he can see them.
I need you in the area of effect of the spell in order to ensure that you are telling the truth.
Okay, I walk in.
Why are you making this difficult?
I walk in.
when
I
you
just
have
step in.
you have Audrey, you have threatened.
Sir, what's your question?
You have threatened.
What's your question?
I do not understand why you make this so difficult. You have
Luna's
made
just
me,
kind of
you
like,
have made me cry.
Viscount,
have
Viscount,
threatened my life.
Viscount, would you
I
like
have
some
Okay.
tried
tea?
multiple times to
Yes.
come and to have negotiations. And in order to have the truth here, I have signed a contract that if you tell the truth,
Sir, just
you
ask
will
your
not be
question.
charged. Please sit the fuck down.
Sir, just ask your question.
Little gumption in there. Hey.
okay,
Ask the question.
Mr. Viscount. Okay, we need to calm down. This is why I was offering to tell you everything from beginning to end. And then you ask questions so that we can avoid stuff like this happening. Is that okay? I'm being
Everyone
truthful.
sit down so we can have
I am
a
sitting down.
conversation of
Yeah,
in
I'm
truthful
sitting down.
manner.
I'm sitting
Luna
down. I just
said-
want
I'm
this
right
to be
here.
over. I
I'm
just
right
want
here
this to
with
be
you.
over. I'm sitting down.
I'm drinking my tea.
Yeah, Jazz moves a bit in range to make sure that make
Did
sure
Jazz
he's
get
in the-
affected? Did you not roll?
I don't know if I rolled. I think I did roll actually. No, I rolled. Let me roll. Jazz is affected by the spell, but Jazz is being quiet. It's just he like moves a bit in just because he know, like given the outburst that's happened here, and he's like, I won't be the pitted one. Or whatever accent. Yeah. Anyway. Okay. Faye, Hyodar says that the Darkling tried to pay access to the room. Was this through your job?
Yeah, he was at the tavern. He was a paying customer. He came in. He wanted the luxury suite. We told him that the luxury suite was already booked, and his exact quote was, "Let me talk to the occupant of the luxury room, and I could convince them." Generic didn't like his tone and kicked him out.
Okay. Okay, then what happened? Then what happened?
I admit I
Okay.
had a little outburst at him. He was being quite rude to Faye. He said some racist terms in Undercommon. And yeah, that's when Generique came over and swiftly kicked him out.
Faye does not
Okay.
like the fact that they're being treated like a criminal after defending themselves from being murdered and basically surviving death.
Do you
And
say that out
having-
loud?
No, this is just in Faye's
Okay.
mind. They don't like the fact that this Viscount just yelled at them and they're holding everything in their power to not kill a motherfucker.
Noted.
And
Next. Yes.
I'm not quite done. Later that night,
Mhm.
Jazz decided after that outburst by this Darkling, he was a little concerned for Faye's well-being getting back home. So he decided to follow her. And where Jazz goes, I go. So I followed him. And then Luna followed us. And that's when we saw the Darkling stab Faye.
Faye, you travel alone at night?
It was a late shift, so I had to work a double. So by the time I had left, it was pretty much the moon was centered. So I was walking on my way home. I generally, there aren't soldiers to ask to walk me at this time. They're all in your protective vessels. So the town doesn't harm me much. Everyone here is kind of cordial up until today, really. So, but yeah, I was walking back to the farm.
Okay. I do apologize that there has not been as many. There have not really been people to survey the town in the event, especially after the events of a month ago when the as we all know, I am in the process of hiring new guards. I even just as a resident of Torain, as a resident of Torain, I feel it important to say in this moment that you are you should be better protected. And and I'm sorry that you were not. And when we hire more people, especially I'm near the end of the process for choosing the guard captain. The law master, it may take a bit longer. But I do have in my power those similar duties to that of a law master. So we will be okay in that regard. But I'm near the end of the process of hiring a guard captain, and we are hiring guards as we speak. We sent a few to be trained. A few people who from the town itself to be trained in guards as guards recently. Like I said, I do apologize. So you all managed to survive an attack on Faye's life.
Well, Viscount, after Faye was nearly fatally stabbed, they were gonna die. Luckily, I had some tasty paste to help save
Tasty
her.
paste.
I'll show you later. It's in my bag outside.
Okay.
I can show you that later. But
Okay.
yeah, if you know someone who can make it, that'd be dope. But anyways, so Faye, I managed to keep Faye stable and restore her to health with that. And in that time, the Darkling then stabbed Jazz. And Luna was able to heal him. And we were able to concuss the Darkling with his own knee.
Mm. Wow, impressive.
Thank you.
Okay.
It was a good
And
dart throw.
so then from that moment to here, how did we get from that moment to here, with them continued in your care, as opposed to being me being alerted previous to the today, to
I
this
can
snafu and arrival?
I can probably say that some of it might have been my fault. I after exerting myself, I something happened to me, emotionally and mentally, and so I passed out. And everything was happening so quickly, and my friends were worried about me, and they didn't know what to do. Like, and the quickest thing that we could think about was to go someplace safe, or where we thought we could be safe. Um, and this all happened while I was unconscious, right? And they told me about this later. Um, and we just, we happened to arrive at the farm. Um, and that's when we got here.
Okay, so you passed out, and so you all went straight to the farm for medical attention. Is that what you're saying?
I want to stop right there
Uh-huh.
really quick. DM.
Yeah.
Um, so because Luna is not like
Yeah,
not
Luna's
being
allowed to
affected,
lie.
I can lie. Okay,
You can
good.
lie. That doesn't mean you'll be believed, but you can certainly lie.
Okay. I mean, I'm not
This is
going
a
to
game with
lie.
dice.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I hope I'm gonna say this, and if you ask this because I just said it, I'm gonna be real pissed.
No, well, pause.
That's
Pause.
why I'm
Just
pausing.
tell, like, I know what the truth is. I know the
Oh,
truth is. So if there's a moment where you're lying, I can roll the dice and see if the Viscount believes you. But it's
oh,
also, I am occasionally make, like, whenever Luna, just behind the table real
I
quick,
guess
whenever Luna is responding, I'm like trying, because he
because I can
knows,
lie.
because he
Okay.
knows that you can lie. He's trying to make sure that you're
He's
not
trying
lying.
to okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess my question is, like, can he roll in, like, for something that we already lied about and he believed us about?
Are you talking about, like, in the conversation before, like in the conversation outside?
Yeah, like when Faye was able to save, what's it called? Save
I
save
think
I
that
mean,
went
if he
all.
needs
I
to
think that went
ask to
all.
confirm, if he believes you, but he like brings it up, brings something up, to confirm, like, just to confirm the veracity of it,
about
or just
being
like
in the
brings it up
farm.
in
That's what I
passing.
mean.
Yeah. So, like, if he at I'm speaking vaguely because I don't want to spoil how this conversation's about to go.
Yeah.
But, like, if there is a moment to assure you, DM the player, if there's a moment where he's like, if he says something to confirm, and if to confirm something that he believed before, but, like, it's revealed to have been a lie in this moment, we'll see how that goes.
Fuck. Okay. I'm not gonna say anything about that.
Okay.
Okay.
So I believe his question was, if I remember correctly,
My bad.
okay, so you came to the farm seeking medical attention, when you passed out. Are you saying that's what delayed you?
Yeah, we arrived. Um, I mean, I can't tell you for certain everything because I was unconscious, but what I will say is, that when I woke up, I was in this place and they had taken care of me because I had passed out.
I'm gonna make a roll.
Well, I don't know.
Okay. All right. No, I understand.
Yeah,
Continue.
like I can't.
Okay. So so you can't account between the moment you passed out, and and getting to the farm itself. Okay. Yodar, can what was the reasoning behind going to the farm as opposed to even coming, like how, like were you too far away from the tavern? Um were you too far away from the tavern? Like what was the thought process? And Faye, you can answer as well, contribute as well. What was the process in choosing to come here to the farm as opposed to circling back to the tavern, and seeking medical attention, and alerting myself for the small handful of personal guards that I have stationed with me at the time?
Personally, Viscount, I think it was a concern for Luna and more of a trust in the Rue family than yourself.
Okay. Faye, is this how you felt as well,
I agree.
personally? Okay. I have some evaluating I need to do. Okay. All right. So, did anything else happen? How did he get in my, like? I'm trying to figure it out because I did not believe you before, and I don't believe you now about why you put him in my carriage. Anybody? Yodar, Jazz, the two of you I caught putting into my carriage. And if I'm quite honest, being someone who is also affected by the spell, I was stunned and at the face you two had. You looked like you were caught red-handed. So why was the Darkling really put into my carriage?
Just to be honest with you, Viscount, we were going to straight up steal it and take him into town.
DM, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember this because I don't have the notes.
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep a very stern face right now. But in a previous session, we saw that the Darkling had an insignia on him, right? And we all knew about
On his knives.
On his knives.
Some
Did
government
someone
official of
did,
some sort.
yeah. Someone
Yeah,
did
Yeah,
some-
that is
and
true.
showed
That is true.
yes, some sort
That
of-
is true. That is a
I
thing
just wanted
you
to know that
remember.
I'm still not saying anything. Thank you.
Yeah. I don't fully have notes right now. But I do remember that there was something related, because I had a religion check be rolled. And so it is government related.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Sorry. Yeah. Go back.
Yeah, but like I think I also preface in that moment, it's like it's a weird thing of like the role being religion, but it is government related. And so it's like, how is it government related begin the religion role? And so like the question would be that. But that's like a y'all question.
Because I assume there isn't a culture role in D&D. And so religion makes sense as a culture role.
Or it could have been history, but
Yeah. History.
you're seeking an answer from me that I'm not giving you at this time.
What?
I'm
No.
I'm giving the mystery of it being religion, but also being government, and like what does that have to do with
Oh,
the
I'm
thing?
sorry. I
And
wasn't
that's
trying to
like
play
part
a
of the
game.
mystery.
Oh,
of
I'm
it.
sorry. Yeah, I'm
you're
sorry.
good.
I wasn't trying to play a game. I was just actually saying that D&D, it would be cool if D&D.
Oh
had-
yeah, no, that's not what I was doing.
Yeah.
I
never
wasn't
mind.
going like this is a substitute for culture. No.
Yeah. No, my question was about the insignia. Sorry. Go back.
Yeah. Okay. So you were going to steal my carriage
Yes.
and take the Darkling into town.
Yes.
Where were you going to take the Darkling?
We didn't quite know. We had discussed bringing him to you. That was one option.
I'm curious.
You look at
what the
me,
other
look at me
options
and
were.
Jazz. Does it look like we ever have fully fledged plans? Look at us.
You have a point.
Mm,
That's a
You
nice,
have a
that's a
point.
nice one. Oh,
Okay.
yeah, and to be quite
Um,
honest, Faye and I did not know this was happening at all because we were with you.
I'm really, yeah, no, I agree. Yeah. But,
and he turns to Audric, and Audric, you didn't know about this the whole time. And Audric,
Can't lie.
Audric cannot lie. um, it was I knew, and I trusted Faye. Faye is family, and so I trusted them. And you would
speaking
do
of shame,
this.
that's-
You and I would hope you would do the same for your father, or if it were your child. And the Viscount like nods and like
this thing of
puts that-
shame hits Faye. Like just, oh,
and the Viscount puts a hand on Audric's shoulder, and he says, "I'm not sure if I do that for my family or if they do it for me, but I do understand. I do understand the idea of love and protection." Okay. And he goes, "Yeah, they interrogated. They did interrogate. I don't know what all happened, but they said they were going to interrogate, and I did hear a couple yells, and a little bit of some pain, but I don't know anything beyond that." And then the Viscount turns to you all, and like, I need to make another roll. Let's see. I rolled a nat 1. Okay. Okay. And he's gonna turn to Luna and go like, "Okay, Luna, what
What was that
happened
nat
in-"
1 for? To
You
believe
don't
me?
know. You
Oh,
don't
okay.
know.
Well,
You don't need to know.
How would you
Sorry.
know?
I don't know.
I didn't even
Just-
have to tell you it was a nat 1.
Sorry.
Okay,
I just
so
thought it was funny.
y'all are so scared. Y'all like so jumpy. Y'all so jumpy.
Yeah, we are.
Okay, it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right.
I'm just really bad at lying.
And trying really hard not to like laugh or smile.
I'm
trying my
just.
best.
It's really hard to tell the truth.
I cannot lie.
I'm
Dude,
just
Like we're
okay.
having the complete opposite here, like reactions
yeah,
here. Like
Luna can totally lie, but like Michelle's like, I'm having trouble lying right now.
yeah, I don't know how to lie. I cannot. Like it's just not in my nature to lie.
Do you feel it's in now I have a question. Do you feel it's in Luna's nature to lie?
No, like the only thing that I can say that Luna can lie about, or that is comfortable or has gotten comfortable to lie about, is about themselves. Like anything that
The-
has to do with themselves.
What's it, the like lie to or like the lie with the truth kind of thing?
Yes.
Okay,
That's
I
as
understand.
yeah, that's as far as the lies can go. Anything
Mm.
else is just very like just could
Yeah.
not, because they'll feel that guilt and they'll show it. I mean, maybe
All
I'll
right, let's
roll
try to
for
finish
it,
this scene.
but let's go back.
Yeah, let's try to finish the scene. Okay. So what was okay? So the Viscount goes, "Okay, Luna. What was so what happened in what Audric is saying is this interrogation? What happened?"
So we really attempted to ask the Darkling some questions. Not successful. Like I will be honest, we did not succeed in getting almost any information from this person. The only thing that they did, I guess, affirm to us is that they wanted to assassinate us in some way. At some point, they wanted to kill us. And you can see that from the first time when they first encountered us at night, and then they try to kill Faye. It happened with Jazz, and then while we were in the barn, the Darkling attempted to attack us again and strike us. Um, we were trying to have a conversation, but because a lot of emotions were striking us, it was kind of hard to communicate anything or ask this person anything. They did tell us, just a few things here and there, and then after a while, it just seemed like they had given up on trying to escape or trying to attack us. Um, and so we tried we tried to be nice, asking things. Mm, mm, as you can see, Yodar and Jazz tried their way of answer and like having him answer questions that clearly did not work either. Um, and so really all we learned from this person was that they wanted to kill us. Um, and Luna didn't find out about like the dagger stuff, right? It was just Faye and Yoder. Okay. Oh, well, and Jazz. But yeah, so going back to the Viscount. So really
Okay.
that's all we learned. And then while we were still trying to figure out how to address what how we could have the Darkling answer any more questions for us, then you arrived.
Have you all, let's see. Okay. If you will allow me, um, and like looks to you all and also looks to Audric and like looks behind to Bebet and Charisse. Um, if you'll allow me, I would like to interrogate the Darkling here and now.
Have at it.
And like
would the Darkling have
the
what's it
Darkling
called,
would
be
remain
under this
unbound.
spell?
If we move him, yes. And Audric like gets up quickly, full 6 feet, farm built, grown ass man gets up. I got it, and like goes over, like starts to head over to that corner. Yes, so we'll yes, if we bring him over,
That moment,
yeah.
they is just biting their tongue, but in that moment they just go, I really think that this Darkling has spent way too long on this farm. I know that there are still soldiers in town, and I know that a lot of them are experienced, since this is a hub for newcomers to come in and go into the capital. Wouldn't it be better if an experienced captain, I don't know what y'all's rankings for military are.
Oh yeah, we are limited in availability of town guards. I do not want to have another soldier in town for a while unless need be. The last time one came in, I in order to limit what I say, for while telling the truth, full disclosure, there was a soldier in town, and that soldier gave bad news that I, at this moment, have not shared yet, with any others, yet. But there is a decision I have to make based on what that soldier told me. But right now we don't have a lot of town guards, but I am myself quite educated in what they call in the what the playwrights call political intrigue.
Sorry, Faye can't help themselves but chuckle a little bit.
Yes, I know it's a bit silly.
You're no.
You may
you're no-
have brought me low today, but I still have some of my charms. And like by that time, Audric has like picked up the chair with the Darkling in it and like has put it into the range. The Darkling's going to make a roll now.
That one.
All right. And the Viscount reacts and goes, wait, they're not even awake. And like
My bad.
whacks them in the forehead to wake them up. And they're like, and now I need to make a roll for the Viscount. Oh, you were awake the whole time. Ugh. And the Darken goes, see, now I have to do the voice because there's too many people. Yes, I was. And he goes, do you speak? Is common the best tongue for you? Or is there a different tongue? Common is good enough. If I need to switch to undercommon, there are others who know. Who know my tongue, my native tongue. Is that his native tongue actually? This doesn't matter. It does, but it doesn't. A tongue that is more common than my native tongue, that I am more comfortable with. Okay, very well. My first question to you is, what is your name? I'm not supposed to tell you. It's not how I was trained. Very, very well, but I do need to know your name. Do you know how long you have been asleep? How long you have been, it has been between periods of time? I'm not quite sure. Somewhere between an hour to 10 hours, possibly 24. Honestly, I'm not quite sure. Well then, let me tell you that you should be concerned with the amount of time there has been, because I would threaten you myself, sir, that there are moments such as these where time can get away from us, and you the ground slips from under you if you're not careful. Yes, I am. Yes, I am aware. Will you be answering our questions to the best of your ability? Yes, I just want to go home. Very well. I will leave it to you all to ask the questions, and I will provide guidance when need be, or an advantage, if you will, in this conversation itself. The floor is yours. Ask your questions, whatever questions y'all want to ask.
I think this is
Whether or
room for
not this
Faye.
person has been affected, whether or not the Darkling has been affected by the spell has not been revealed. However, the Darkling has stated a willingness to answer questions. It is up to you all whether or not you believe that these statements.
Can I try to insight
Me too.
if he was affected?
Yeah,
Can we all do an insight?
yeah, you can all make an insight, and it'll be with advantage. In fact, I'm also making an insight. Okay.
Insight
Where's
is
my notes?
normal, right? Okay. Like the normal skill throw?
Yeah, it is with advantage though, so you'll take the higher of the 2 rolls.
Okay.
It's like, what is this person's wisdom? Okay.
Okay, I got
Interesting.
22.
All right.
Both rolls
Anybody
were
got higher than
17.
22?
No,
Huh?
both rolls were a 17.
17. Faye, did you get anything higher than a 22? No. Okay, Luna, you could tell a couple things. One, the Viscount is aware that this person is not affected by the spell. But you do believe what the Darkling is saying so far.
Okay.
Has said so far that he's not allowed to tell his name.
Mhm.
And that he just wants to go home, and that he will answer questions to the best of his ability.
Okay. With that 22, I can just tell this whatever he's saying right now, or can I tell
Right, like in this
just right
moment,
now?
you could tell that like he's willing to cooperate, and
Okay.
like he is concerned about like how much time has passed, and like he's been knocked out like multiple times. He's like although it's a 22, although you have not although there has not been a certain success with y'all's questions, time is like certain elements of like interrogation of like a lack of awareness of time, and just like some concern to like bodily person, he's more willing to answer questions, to answer to the best of his ability,
Okay.
whatever, the best of his ability. Ask your questions. We are running out of time.
Okay. So we're gonna ask you again. What do you have? Why do you want to attack Faye?
Faye's Faye serves my master's enemy.
Okay. Who is your master? I mean, I know you can't tell us your name. You might not be able to answer that question, but is there anything you can tell us about your master?
My master is like this is pretty obvious for everybody to tell. Like he gets like very worried about like there's like a certain like nervousness about him, and you'll hear it in his voice. My master, my master is very powerful. He rules the Underdark, and has ruled it ever since the end of the war, the war that ended the Age of Heroes. My master has served since then. He is of the same ilk as Faye's patron. I think the word in common is patron. I serve.
They starts to roll their ring, and in their head, they're essentially basically doing what amounts to like a prayer. You don't know who they're praying to, but they are essentially praying for answers. And they're
My master. Must I speak his name? Must I speak my master's name?
Are you asking us for permission to?
He's sweating.
What happens if
Do
you
I
do?
need to speak my master's name?
What happens if you do?
What happens?
starts to, you know, I assume the face is still covered, but like you can see the tears, tears starting to well up in the red eyes.
Okay, can Luna
I'm
uncover
not sure.
uncover them?
I'm not sure what I'm. He is the bejeweled one.
Okay.
Can I look at the Viscount and be like, are you getting anything from this?
Do you want to make the roll? Actually, I'm gonna make you make the roll. Make a religion roll with advantage.
Can I make? Oh, well, I have religion.
You have proficiency in religion.
Yes, I do.
You can also make the roll with advantage.
19.
19. I can't believe I'm revealing this today. I'm so excited.
Ah, fuck. Not good. Oh, but you said with advantage, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
A huevo 19.
Yay.
19. um the Viscount nods to you, and like Yodar, you kind of put the pieces together, especially with like what did you say yours was, Luna? 19 as well?
19.
Okay. Yeah, Yodar, you put the pieces together, and you're starting to like you're thinking about like things that you know about Darklings, and you know some things that like Anzen has told you about the Underdark. And I don't think you know the name of the Bejeweled One, but you have heard of the Bejeweled One. You've heard like it's like a myth of the Bejeweled One being powerful and ruling with a stone fist, as it were, iron, even to be colloquial. um, I will not. I can't. I'm too scared to say my master's name. He
And
is the
Luna
Bejeweled.
gets the same thing, or
And Luna, Luna, what you get it from a different situation. And I think it's in you thinking for this, you feel your other, your other that lives within, stir at the name the Bejeweled One. What you know is this person is dangerous and is not from here. You don't know a lot of concrete details. You don't remember a lot of concrete details about a lot of things. Just in general, from what you can remember, there's a lot of things that you're not quite sure of.
Can I do
In
this
some
check
moments.
too?
I think the moment has passed. I will say the moment has passed for this check. But you do feel the strong sense of fear and danger at the very mention of the Bejeweled One, Luna. I will not say his name.
okay, it's okay.
Please ask another question.
It's okay.
And he
You don't.
switches to Sylvan. He starts like praying in Sylvan. Does anyone speak Sylvan?
No, I don't. I don't have
Noted.
Sylvan.
All right. Yeah, so you can't understand what exactly is being said in this moment, but like
Okay.
there's a little
So
bit of like a stiff rocking back and forth because bound by ropes, but like
Okay,
Okay,
so
so to the
Luna's going to like hoping that this person is not about to attack them and trying like to calm them down, because if he starts going into a panic attack or something, he can't answer any more questions. So it's gonna try to like somehow soothe
Can you
the
lay on
Darkling a
hands?
little bit.
Would lay on hands calm him down?
Can what?
Lay on hands.
I don't
If
think that's not what lay on hands does.
It heals. It gives
It
like
heals. I mean, you could choose to heal him and give him hit points. You could give him hit points, but that's not the same as calming him down.
Yeah, no, I think I'll be fine with just patting
Yeah.
him on the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, just kind of like
Yeah. He quickly
I'll
like calms
grab a
down to a
tissue.
moment of
Yeah, I'll give him
yeah.
a little tissue and I'll start like, because he probably still has some blood, some dry blood and stuff. And so I'm like trying to help him, see if I can get like a
He
little.
feels comforted by this.
Okay.
Luckily, he is not in direct sunlight at this moment as well. Because you did uncover his face. Um, well, this
Wait,
is all
what do you
very
mean?
good. Yeah, because didn't you like uncover his face?
Yeah.
Yeah. So his face is uncovered, but I just want to make sure it's no, he's not in direct sunlight right now. So
Oh,
that's not
okay,
a
okay,
problem.
okay.
Okay.
Oh, that's true. That's why he has it on.
These are
Sorry,
important
forgot it.
details.
I thought we were inside.
You are inside.
You are inside. Windows exist.
Yep.
That's true. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Skylights.
Okay.
Oh,
The
well,
Viscount goes.
Can
All
I
right.
ask, is it okay if I take it off or something? Like just really quickly? Like, or do you feel safe? Do you feel safe?
I would prefer if it were on.
Okay. Okay. After
I
Luna,
would prefer
like,
if it were on.
fixes him up, puts back the hood
Okay.
on.
I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
Who was your intended target?
Feruz Haddad. Also known as Faye.
Chun, 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 chun. We have found out some. Okay. So we try, okay. And
Faye was my only target. I was bold in my approach, thinking little of my enemy, and I see the error in this. And I will be punished for this, whether here or if I am allowed home. If I ever see home again, I will be punished there as well.
Are there more coming?
Though I doubt. Are there more coming?
More assassins?
I cannot speak to this. I was supposed to have a partner, but
did you come with your
chose
partner?
to leave my partner.
Okay.
I did not come with my partner. I left my partner behind.
Did
He will
your
miss me.
partner knew that you were coming on your own, or did you just completely?
I'm sure he's figured it out. I'm not sure how long it took him to figure it out, but he will miss me. I will miss him.
Okay.
Well,
Viscount, do you have a
yes.
jail? Do you have any type of, as the town is rebuilding, is there a place where you're keeping, like,
We can we have a method in which to I could speak with Generique to have sort of certain an area made into a jail. So we haven't needed one yet, especially not one for a dangerous criminal. Since we've been lucky since that people have just kind of have gotten a bit too drunk, or needed to be or were beat up for a bit. So but it would inconvenience Generique, but we could. My spell is running out.
Okay, one
Is
more.
there any more questions that we need from?
I wanted Faye to ask the last questions because I know you had a lot of questions about personal ones. So
I
had
don't
one
want to have
more.
this conversation in public.
I had one more. Does the phrase "watch your shadows" have a meaning for you?
It's our no. If you want to make an insight check, just ask.
Insight check.
Make your roll. Make your insight rolls.
no
I was like,
advantage.
some people be like, you don't need to say insight check. Say, do I believe you? Fuck that.
Chinga madre.
Just say insight check. You'd be like, I call bullshit, but you'd be like, insight check.
Yeah, got an 8. Not good.
Can Jazz do an insight check?
Got a 9.
Jazz can do an insight check. You can do it, and actually, Jazz can give you advantage on an insight check. How about that?
Just on to Yoder.
Yeah, that's just for
Better than what I
your.
got. I got a 14.
So the
Okay.
14. He's telling the truth. He hesitated just because he wanted to see if he remembered. But no, it doesn't have any significance.
Does
Watch
Luna
your
know
shadows.
anything about that?
About watch your shadows.
Yeah.
What did you get on your roll?
I mean, I was doing insight check to see if the what's it called? If the Darkling knew what that meant.
If the Darkling knew
He's
watch your shadows.
asking
Yeah, the
Luna
Darkling
now.
doesn't.
Yeah. But and then now I'm asking if Luna, if there's any way Luna can do a check to see if they know what that means.
What watch your shadows means?
Yeah. Or
Um,
do I just it's I guess included in the same one or
what's your intelligence score? Like the
ho-
score itself.
where do you
It's
look
at the
that?
top where all your
Very
like,
top.
strength, dexterity.
Oh,
constitution
it's a
was.
10.
It's a 10.
It's not good.
It's I think you can't confirm this, but I'm just gonna say like just passively. It might just be a phrase
Okay.
said in conversation. Maybe or maybe not.
By
Yeah.
Man, wisdom would have been better.
Yeah,
Why
yes, Faye.
can we I know someone has to pick them up. Can we put them in a retrofitted jail cell?
Yes, they are.
I
They will be
know-
imprisoned. They have
I've been a
they
prick.
attempted to hurt you.
I know I've been a prick this entire conversation.
Yes.
But would it be possible for me with supervision, I don't care, to have a conversation with this gentleman
Do you
at a
not
later date
Privately.
do you not trust
privately?
your new friends?
It's just not the most comfortable situation with me being
Yeah.
around my family.
I mean, we did just meet yesterday, so I kind of
We understand if Faye needs to talk
I appreciate
to the Darkling on their own. We trust whatever Faye believes to be the best for them. So
Audric nods. Babette says, if you take too long, you're gonna mess up my bonbons. And like, but like Charisse looks at you for a moment with like a deep concern because like they've been listening while making the stuff, and like they're like Charisse like fully looks very worried for you in this moment, but like she would like whatever rules are in the house, they will like, I mean, it's just the adults right now. The kids are elsewhere, but they will go outside. The Viscount will remain. So do and Jazz will do whatever Yodar does.
go out.
Okay, is Luna going out too?
if I'm going out, where?
Are you going outside and giving Faye private moment?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Can I
So
have
it's
enough
just the
time for this?
Viscount, the Darkling, and Faye. We will make this quick.
I would have loved the longer conversation.
And we can do a longer conversation next session.
Yes.
Okay.
I guess we could
Okay.
stop there and have
Yeah,
the
we
conversation
will-
do next.
Yeah, we could.
We will stop there, but I don't. One thing I will say, and this will be an interesting tease as well. Luna, make a note that next session I'm gonna have you make your wisdom save next session.
Okay.
Or is
I'ma
it
put it in.
If I
intelligence?
can
Is it
end the
intelligence?
session, He
I
doesn't
think it's
have to
intelligence,
answer
right?
it.
Wisdom.
Hold on. Let me look.
I could be
Wisdom.
like you,
No,
Gio.
it's intelligence.
Fuck.
No, because it's your special save.
Oh shit.
Yeah, your
that's
special save
true.
is
It's my
intelligence.
special
But it's got,
save
you
is
don't have to make it right
intelligence.
now. It's gonna be next session. Just make a note. Next session, you have to
I
make
could
that
be
save.
Fucking
dramatic
shit.
and just leave us with the question, and he can answer the question next session if you want me to.
Go ahead, do it.
Okay. He's still under the spell. He's willing to answer questions, right?
He is not under the spell, but
He was
he is
never
willing
under
to
the
answer
spell.
questions.
Okay. God, how do I phrase this fucking question? There's so many ways I could phrase it.
Yeah, and he's like, He's avoiding eye contact with you.
Do you know who Rommel is?
And that's where we're going to end the session.
That's a
Thank
wrap.
you all for coming. Let's do plugs. AK, where can they find you?
They can find me at I've been trying so hard to stay in one facial expression. They can find me at AKM Women everywhere, and they can find my media stuff or whatever the fuck I make at NG Chamber everywhere. Thanks to God, I ate shit today.
Luna?
You can find me on Twitter at Queen Weeb with 3 E's on Queen and 3 E's on Weeb. You can also find me on Share Club Pod at Share Club Pod on Twitter and anywhere you listen to podcasting, where Gio and I have a podcast that talks about movies, series slash anime, music, and anything that's lit. So go ahead and give us a listen. We're not about to conclude, but we're halfway through our season 2. So if you have not listened to our season 1, go ahead and check us out. Patrons on and running. So go give us a listen, tip us, love us, please. Share your thoughts. And that's it. Brad?
Yeah, Yoda.
You can find me at Random Germ 101 everywhere, or at the Nerdcore _ on Twitter, at the Nerdcore everywhere else on social media, where we talk that nerd shit. Also, you can find me here.
Hashtag Survivors of Flame, baby.
All right, and you can find me. Sorry, I was making a note because I'm super excited that we are at this point in this juncture of the story. I am very excited. This is not at all the way I thought this path we would take this path. We are here now, and I think ooh, the mystery thickens. You can follow me on Twitter at MediaMartyr17. That's MEDIAMARTYR17. Linktree on my Twitter for all the places I am on the internet. I apologize for those who were expecting this to be on Twitch. That's on me. I failed to inform our technical director of my password change and get that set up in time for the stream. But this is available on YouTube, like live and afterwards, as also as part of a playlist. I think if I do a good job, I'll link the YouTube playlist to be like, hey, if you missed it, it's on YouTube. Yeah, and we will see you in 2 weeks for session 7. The name of the session will be Answers. Yeah, in broadcast.
And broadcast.